3. Management and leadership. You explained how on the composite development at Shangshui Po you managed the work of a team comprising inspectors, quantity surveyors, and technicians, and how for the design of the project you managed a small team of draftsmen and design engineers. You also described how you held regular team building meetings with them to iron out any differences and concerns the team might have over the tasks they had to carry out, and to explain to them what you saw their main responsibilities were, namely to the project and to their client. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of the attribute, management and leadership. Four, independent judgment and responsibility. As described above, you explained how on the Kwangchung Hospital project you determined that the deep spread foundations were a more effective and both in cost and program solution to the foundations over socketed piles, and how you'd persuaded both your supervisor and the contractor that your approach was the better one, that led to its use in practice. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of this attribute. Attribute 5, commercial ability. You're having described the different roles that you as your firm as a designer held on the Shangshui Po composite development, in which you were engaged by the client as the designer and site supervising engineer, and on the Kwangchung Hospital project your client was the contractor for the design and build contract. You understood the different responsibilities and liabilities that these two roles for your firm as a designer had on the responsibility of the contractor. In the former case, they were responsible purely for construction and workmanship, and in the second case they also held the design responsibility. In addition, you described your responsibilities for identifying variations to the contract, determining the cost and program implications of carrying out the variations, and monitoring the progress, the specific monitoring, the monitoring of the specific progress on the variation in terms of both cost and program. Stop. Whilst you were not clear on the precise difference between reasonable skill, care and diligence that you as a designer provided and the fitness for purpose responsibility that a contractor might carry where you were engaged to him as a designer on a design and build contract, reviewers were satisfied that overall you met the requirements of the attribute commercial ability, health, safety and welfare. In addition to the general duties of checking contractors and your own team's compliance with safety method statements and safe methods of working, including guardrails and correct use of PPE, you described a situation arose where the force work subcontractor inadvertently struck the formwork before the concrete had reached, before the specified age of the concrete which it supported, and the procedures that were followed to check that the concrete slab in question had neither settled following the removal of the support or had been suffered local damage. After a bit of prompting by your reviewers, you gave a satisfactory description of what you would do in the event of a sudden emergency occurring on site that involved the safety of operatives and other people not directly concerned with the incident. Reviewers are satisfied that you meet the requirements of the health, safety and welfare attribute. 7. Sustainable development.